All right, President Biden expected to announce new tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles this week. That's according to several reports. Total tariffs on the sector will rise reportedly from 102.5% from 27.5%. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman joins us now to discuss. So, Rick, two parts to this. First would be on exactly what we're hearing will be in the EV part, but really overall what the status is of U.S. economic policy as it relates to tariffs on Chinese goods, really between the Biden and the Trump administrations.
Well, let's keep in mind there are almost no Chinese electric vehicles on sale in the United States right now. So this is not going to raise prices on any vehicles that Americans are actually going to go out and buy. The main point here is to keep those electric vehicles, those Chinese-made EVs, from coming into the United States in the first place. And they're cheap. I mean, if they were allowed to come in at a normal tariff rate, even at 27.5%, which is the current rate, you could buy one of those for about $12,000. So would people buy those? I don't know. I think some people probably would. But the point is, keep them out in the first place to protect the domestic auto industry. So that's point number one. Point number two is, look, we are in a new era of industrial policy. I mean, this is protectionism. So what Biden is doing is different from what Trump did. Trump did those across the board tariffs. Biden is targeting certain industries that he wants to develop here in the United States. And this lines up pretty cleanly with the incentives that were in the Inflation Reduction Act from 2022. So Biden says we just need to develop domestic supply chains for electric vehicles, green energy technology, and a few other things. And that's what this is all about.
So, Rick, I guess building on that a little bit and just talking about the fact that this is mostly, then it sounds like, just symbolic here for the Biden administration to impose this. What's the risk, though, in terms of that retaliation and what it could look like here from China if they do have a response?
I mean, the history of trade policies like this tells you that the country on the receiving end is going to impose some sort of retaliatory measures that are basically equal to whatever we impose. So the problem that China has is, they don't import nearly as much American stuff as we import Chinese stuff, but they do buy a lot of American agricultural products. So, I mean, the playbook here is when Trump imposed all of his tariffs, China retaliated by adding new tariffs on American pork, American soybeans, and that was a real struggle for farmers. So that could happen. I don't know if it will, but China will retaliate. The question is, will it be enough to hurt American producers? And we just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But there will, look, this is a very tense trade relationship between these two countries.